Can't we all just get along? A one act play, written, produced, and directed by Cindy Farron and LaTonya Turner. I think that many of you already know Cindy and I work for Marion University, the Academy for Teaching and Learning Leadership. That means we're in the same department. That also means we are in the same department meetings. Now, typically after department meetings, Cindy and I, along with a few other colleagues, will go to someone's office and process that meeting. Usually, they're pretty cut and dry. However, there are times when we walk out of there thinking, what the heck just happened? Can't we all just get along? Are we not working for the same cause? Are we really hearing one another? Since we share that experience, we thought, why not join forces and analyze the department together? We've already been doing it informally, so why not do it formally? With that said, we went back and forth on how we were going to tackle this assignment. We went and we looked up the word drama. Drama means an exciting, emotional, or unexpected series of events or set of circumstances. Unexpected series of events. Well, that could be our department meetings at times. But drama also means a play for theater, radio, or television. So Cindy and I thought, wow, that's the way to go. Why not analyze our department through a one-act play? A one-act drama. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. We all know that's William Shakespeare, and it's actually from a play entitled As You Like It, Act 2, Scene 7. And that's just part of the dialogue, but what Shakespeare is saying to us is life is like a play. We merely go through the stages of our life acting it out. And our department meetings are no different. We go through the department meeting acting it out. As with any play, you have your cast, characters. Cindy and I decided to cast our colleagues using Dr. Kaler's 6 personality types. Now, of course, we're not certified profilers by any stretch of the imagination, but we do think we have a good enough understanding to identify the tendencies that we see in each of our colleagues. All of our colleagues represent the 6 types. There are a couple of types that are represented twice. They are the thinker, imaginer, and the persister. Actually, as Dr. Donlin named Cindy and I, the persister sisters. We already recognize within our department meetings that we tend to be the two who refocus the group when we're getting away from what the meeting is all about. Now let me set the scene. We're in a meeting with our marketing department, who has not been very helpful over the years. Quite frankly, they haven't been helpful at all. There's a bit of a history between our departments. The Academy, in essence, has been doing all of its marketing on its own, but because of a mandate from the president, the marketing department now knows that they need to be doing a better job of helping us with the plan, especially in light of the fact that there are a couple of new programs that are going to be rolling out. Now, I told you that the cast covers all the 6 personality types, and our imaginer 1, who is usually calm and reflective, a big visionary, is starting to get agitated because our outside influencer, marketing department head, is constantly asking for information that we've given to others in his department previously. And oh, by the way, we've been actually working with the marketing department since last October to put some plan in place. Now, as his agitation grows, our first persister steps in and tries to refocus the meeting, tries to get the outside influencer to give us more specifics. That's not working, So in comes our promoter who is very persuasive, but they are persuasive for their own agenda and they're not trying to figure out how this is going to affect the whole group. It's just how it's going to affect them. In and out come the other personalities, whether it's thinker one, who is by nature an organized, logical person and isn't seeing logic in all of this and getting frustrated, or our other persister, who once again is trying to refocus us, or our harmonizer, who by nature is compassionate and sensitive and is starting to feel a lot of discomfort because, of course, the harmonizer sees in all of this that it's not a very compassionate or sensitive, warm place. The rebel of our group is cracking jokes and being quite sarcastic throughout the meeting, and the other thinker tends to stay quiet throughout the meeting, sometimes making a few comments here and there or a few gestures here and there. Our imaginer, too, who typically is late to our department meetings, also the calm and reflective one, has a bit of a promoter in her as well. So she comes in late to the game trying to figure out how this is going to affect her vision. The long and short of it is that we end the meeting with no major plan in place. We have some assurances. The Persister sisters come back around to, we want to see it in writing and we want to see it in X amount of days. So that, in essence, was our play. After we finished the dialogue, or scripting the dialogue for a play, we went back and we analyzed that dialogue through the lens of Patrick Lencioni's 5 dysfunctions of a team. And we saw all of those dysfunctions play out throughout that department meeting, the absence of trust. Well, as I mentioned before, there's a history with the marketing department. And so there's really a fear of being vulnerable with the team or amongst the team that is preventing that air of trust to come through, in particular with the marketing department. There's a fear of conflict. We have a few cast members who really want to have a desire for some harmony, like the harmonizer in particular. And so when it comes to conflict, they just want to steer away from it. A lack of commitment on our promoters' part in particular. They're so consumed with their own world that there's a lack of commitment to the team and that common cause for the team. And of course, there's a lack of commitment even that we saw play out, not just within our department, but with the marketing department as well. An avoidance of accountability. Our imaginer is so focused on the vision that it's hard for there to be that discomfort that needs to happen take place in order for someone to hold the marketing department or even our own team members, our own department members accountable for their actions, and then in attention to results. We don't have anybody who really has their one finger on the pulse of what's going on, and so the results that need to happen don't oftentimes take place. As we wrapped up analyzing our department meeting, we did it through the lens of Buckingham and Kaufman. And while we agree that quite a few of the team's needs, as described by Buckingham and Kaufman, are met, they are not met consistently, which creates the chaotic environment which we often function in, especially during our team meetings. So we felt like our department would greatly benefit from really focusing in on those 12 needs on a consistent basis. But again, as we went down the list, we noted that the following needs are met fairly consistently, and they are having materials and equipment needed to do the job well, the opportunity to do what we do the best at each and every day, to have a supervisor, or at least someone else at work who cares about us as a person, someone who recognizes our progress towards our goals, our organization's goals, and to identify opportunities to learn and grow as members of the organization. That Cindy and I both felt like those were needs that kind of show through on a consistent basis. However, as noted by Buckingham and Kaufman, all 12 needs are important in not only attracting but keeping the most talented employees. By conducting this analysis, it affirmed or confirmed what we already knew in our gut. Ours is a different department. The dynamics personalities often create such friction that it's draining, which makes the work that more challenging. However, there is some light at the end of the tunnel. 5 of the 12 needs are consistently met, 2 of which we firmly believe are the reasons why many of the members of our team stay. They are the opportunity to do what we do best every day and to have a supervisor or at least someone else at work who cares about us as a person. The last one is probably the key, to be in an environment every day where you know people genuinely care about your well-being, about your family's well-being, make being in the environment, despite its challenges, a bit more manageable.